Hello everyone and welcome to the next entry in the top Brave Exvius unit list. My favorites. Now, honestly, when it came to choosing this unit was pretty much always going to be end up on the list. But it's not just because she's powerful, it's not just because she is a similar class of character that we saw in the last video. It's because of a story. So I'm not going to share the story with you quite yet. I'm actually going to reveal her first. And that character is CG Fina. Now, why is CG Fina on this list? There's no doubt about it. She is just an absolutely powerhouse healer. She has the top healing, just the best healing spells. She has a ton of AoE raise and AoE revive skills. She has some elemental protection, she can buff the party, she has some cool animations. Honestly, just one of my favorite sprites in the whole game. I'm always a big fan of archery, so this unit, just so cool that she was just a powerful unit. And honestly, I love the design of her clothes. Just really great work, Alum, on the design. And of course, that limit burst, who can forget that limit burst, but honestly, I love the kind of theme of her too. The fact that she is essentially the two Finas fused together and to one body. And it's this idea of light and dark coming together to make a very powerful unit that I really like. In general, yeah, just CG Fina. Fantastically designed unit, great looking sprite. But okay, it's a little bit of story time. And honestly, when it comes to talking about CG Fina, it's not just a great TMR, it's not actually an underappreciated super TMR as well, I think. My big story was the fact that I was incredibly frustrated with Brave Exvius. Not to the point that I was thinking of quitting, but to the point where I was getting a little bit fed up. Because the healer I had been previously using, well, she wasn't exactly cutting the mustard anymore in terms of some of the more powerful trials. So, in comes the CG Fina banner. And this was back before I was spending pretty much really any money on the game. I didn't want to spend any money on it. I only had 5,000 lapis to my name. And I made the choice, I'll do an 11. I really, really need it. Because I didn't have Ayaka at that point. I had no 5-star base healer. And I needed something. I needed some kind of break. And then, from that 111 pull that I only had 5k lapis from, down came the rainbow. And you know that feeling of being like, oh, please, please let it be the on-banner unit. Please let it be the on-banner unit. Click it. And boom! The reveal of the 11 was that there were 2 rainbows. Yes! Double the odds! Please, please, I need a 5-star healer. There weren't 7-star healers back then. And out popped my first CG Fina from the first rainbow. Woo! That was excellent. But then 2 seconds later, the other rainbow popped, and it was a second CG Fina. And my god, did that feel fantastic. Because honestly, I just needed that healer. I needed that incredibly strong, versatile 5-star healer. And you know what? Looking at her kit, I was so much in love with it. I thought it was way more interesting than Ayaka, who felt like such kind of a marketing gimmick of just being like, well, she can cure stop, so therefore she's the best. And, ever since, that's kind of been a beef I will forever have with Ayaka. But Fina was just more my style. She was an archer. She didn't quite have some of those ditzy animations. Her animations were really cool. She had a great looking CG limit burst, and her stats and her TMR were just fantastic. This TMR is still incredibly valuable. This hat that gives 51 spirit, 10 defense, 24 magic, and all status protection. It's just an amazing TMR that goes with it. But honestly, it was just at a time when I really needed to get my hands on a top-tier healer. And thankfully, RNG blessed me not once, but twice in the same 5k pull. And honestly, that is one of those things that just makes me totally love a unit forever. So CG Fina, I actually probably should be using her more considering my feelings for her. Fina, I love you. You're a main character. You deserve your spot on this list. So that's all for now. I will see you for number 12.